Hey guys, it's Charlene. I am so excited today to share with you my top 10 tips for layering die sets. I'm working today with the lovely Layers Love Win set from Honeybee Stamps, and I'm going to create a absolutely gorgeous card. Just wait and see. You can see this has a lot of fun different layers. You've got stuff like jackpot and love wins, triple sevens, lots of different options with this set. My first tip is to go to the website and find the product that you're working with. So I'm here on the Honeybee Stamps website, and I've got the lovely Layers Love Wins product up here. And if you scroll down, you'll see there is a layering guide. And you can print this out and put it with your packaging and keep it, or you could save it to your computer. Having the layering guide makes it really easy to see how the die cuts go together. My second tip is to choose a coordinating color scheme. I've chosen these pinks and this white. A great way to find color inspiration is to go back to that product webpage and check out what the creative team has already done. It's a great springboard for picking out color combinations. Another place to look is on Instagram. You can see what's been posted recently. Another idea is YouTube. You can look here at the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel, or even search for the product that you're using to see if other people have made videos using it. You also can check for inspiration on Google. I Googled pink slot machine, and this picture is what inspired me to use pinks and then also some gold on my card. That brings me to my third tip, and that's to experiment with different colors and textures. Using them adds depth and interest to your design. I've brought in this gold metallic paper. It's going to give me that extra little bit of shine on my card. It's going to work really well with the pinks. Think about using glitter paper, embossed paper, lots of nice visual options. My fourth tip is to plan your layers. So this is what's going to help ensure that you don't have a big chunk of one color in one spot and then another big chunk of color in another spot. Instead, you'll have a nicely well-balanced card. So take a look at your layering guide, take a look at those inspiration pictures. That'll give you a sense of where the different pieces are going to go as you're die cutting each color out from your cardstock. My fifth tip is to use a dish like this as you're going through and cutting out your pieces. That way you can group things that are going to get layered together inside of the different wells. That makes it so much easier for you to put together your final card. Along that same line, my sixth tip is to use some type of wax pickup tool to help you when you're putting those tiny pieces into your dish and also when you're putting your card together. My seventh tip is to start by layering your smaller pieces that are going to go together. It will make it much easier to work with them as you're putting your finished card together. So I'm following the layering guide here. I have 3 different little heart-shaped cherry sets that I'm going to use on my piece. And I'll start by layering each of these up by adding a few dots of glue to each part that's going to layer. Then I can come in here with my wax pickup tool and use that to add each layer on top of each other. I'll add this small leaf on top of those other leaves. Along those same lines, using a pair of reverse tweezers makes it really easy to hold onto items when you're adding glue to them. So I'm going to add glue to the bottom portion of the stems for the cherries, and then I can pick up my cherry hearts and place the stems so that they go right at the top of the hearts. I repeated the process for all 3, and here are our cute little heart-shaped cherries. These next 3 pieces are going to make up the spinning wheel area of the slot machine. So I'm going to take this gold piece here and start by adding glue to the back. It's going to layer right over the background piece, which I've chosen to cut out in white. And then I can add glue to the back of this pink piece, which is very thin, and it's going to create this nice edge all the way around our wheel piece. So there, that's finished off. This next portion is going to put together the area right above that on the slot machine. You could do this in a lot of different ways. You could do it with a plain white piece, and then you could add jackpot up there. There's a layering jackpot set of dies in this die set, or you can do some fun colored pieces to make them look like different flashing lights and add those in the embossed area. There's this fun border that you can add on. I'm going to start here by adding glue to the back of the border. Then I'm going to tap it off on a tissue. These tiny pieces, it really helps to tap off the glue, because then you're not going to have a lot of glue that kind of squishes out from the different areas. For those little embossed details where my flashing colored lights are going to go, I like to add the glue directly on top of the embossed area and then use my wax pickup tool to pick those up and put them into the little embossed areas. Once I get them all placed, I can just push down really hard, make sure they're nice and stuck. And you can see I did a little bit of a fun alternating pattern with the colored buttons. Next section is going to create our button dashboard here. So I'll do the same kind of thing and put this together. There's that finished piece, so cute. I'm going to do the arm for our slot machine, as well as that top little winner bell that goes off. So there's those two finished pieces. Next, I have this base portion that's going to go along the bottom of the slot machine, so I'll layer those up, finish that off. These pieces here will create the bottom panel on our slot machine. I chose to do Love Wins, but you also could do I Hit the Jackpot with You, or you could leave it blank or add little decorations on there, lots of options. Here's a tip when you're working with letters that you've cut out. Put them back inside your negative piece of cardstock that you've popped them out from. Then you can take a piece of low-tack tape and lay it right over those letters so that they all get held in place, and then peel the tape up so that the letters stick to your tape. Then you can flip the entire piece over and add glue to the back of your letters. Once you've added that glue on those letters, all you need to do is flip it over and line it up exactly where you want it to go and push it down and wait for it to dry. Once it's dry, just slowly peel off your low-tack tape, and all those letters are going to stay in the exact spot that you glued them. So here is our finished bottom piece. Now I can put together this top dome portion. I love how shiny that is. This takes me to my next tip, which is to do a dry run with your die cuts before you start gluing anything. So I'm gonna lay everything out here on the base slot machine. This will help me ensure that I know where everything is supposed to go. It's going to help me see if there's anything I want to change. Maybe if I wanted to change a certain color and recut those pieces out and glue them on top. It helps me see if I want to add foam tape behind any particular piece to help it pop off the card. Doing that dry run really helps ensure that everything is there that you need and that you like before you commit and put everything together. Once you have your dry run done, look how cute this is, you can then decide, and this is my 9th tip, whether or not you want to adhere things from the top to the bottom by taking a piece off and sticking it onto the next piece, or if you want to remove everything off of there and keep it lined up and glue things from the bottom to the top. Some die cut sets are going to work better going top to bottom, and some are going to work better going bottom to top. So always think about that. What's going to be easier for you? I'm starting out here with the bottom piece, and then I can use those embossed details that are on there to know exactly where my glue should go. I'll add some glue here all the way along the bottom of the slot machine, and then I can take the little portion where those winning coins are supposed to come out and add that right along there. Next, I'll add some glue here where our bottom panel that says wins with our cute little hearts is going to go, and line that piece right up. Now I can add our buttons and add the area where those fun spinning wheels go. Then I can add our cute little cherries to the center of each area. I still cannot get over how cute the little cherry hearts are. Next, I'll add our top sign area, and then I can move on and add our top dome piece. For our handle, I'll do this by adding a little bit of glue to the edge of the handle and then tucking it back behind the slot machine exactly where I want it. Same thing for our top winner bell. I'm just going to glue the bottom portion of this and line it up right behind the center top of our slot machine. Here is our finished Lovely Layers Love Wins piece. How cute is this? Next, for our background, I'm going to use the Aces embossing folder. So I have a piece of white cardstock here that is cut to 4¼ inches by 5½ inches, and I'll just place it right here in the center of the embossing folder. This is a 3D embossing folder. It's going to give us a lot of depth. So for my die cutting machine, that means I use the platform base, then I place my embossing folder, then I add the D adapter plate and run it through my die cutting machine. If you're getting any kind of cracking, you might want to mist your paper first with a fine mist of water. So now we can go ahead and pull this out and take a look and see our finished embossed image. You guys, look, isn't that so cool? I love how this looks. Now I can glue that piece onto my A2 sized card base, and I'm actually adding the glue to my card base rather than adding it to the embossed piece. This helps ensure that the areas that are flat on the embossed piece are going to stick to the card base, and we're not going to have any issues. I find it much easier to put the glue on the base rather than on the created embossed piece. Next, I'll add some foam tape to the back of our slot machine here. Remove the release tape, and then I can place the entire piece right into the center of our card base that we've created. Here is our final card, which leads me to my 10th and final tip, which is, you guys, to remember that practice makes perfect. My first layered die cut card did not look nearly this nice. Just keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll become a pro at creating layered die cut cards. All right, guys, I hope that you picked up a few tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that you'll know about future videos here on the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.